Here at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. A first down throw for Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Second down, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, flush to his right. This is Johnson, he's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game, as it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep down, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? It looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down carry here for Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Mayfield. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Mayfield now. Looking for the end zone. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, 26 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now back to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue lining. Blue lining.
Back to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run with White, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. He'll look to throw. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score. And the Patriots are back within a score. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This will be fielded at the 6. And And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Detroit! Detroit!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Browns on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here's White. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Now a carry for White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, 22 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to walk one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Over
Play fake. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Browns on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney!
Final play of the half. Mayfield buying time to his left. He's going to look deep now for... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield now on second down. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see Charles come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. shove, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Dancing to his left. Caught on a slant. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's White. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. Edelman, the intended receiver that time.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Browns on third down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Mayfield on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. Landry, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Under 10.
They'll drop to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Gone, 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 gone.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now White. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back at the 40.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. Detroit!
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Lutz with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game, and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon.